no undo on OBS. Boo. Look at my website. Yay, let's just be on the stream and look at my website. That's what it's all about. How do I get... Does Steam even have chat? Show chat. Yes. Hey! You can hear my Slack notifications. Yeah, I should probably just turn Slack off. Or not. It'll be fun. Oh, I see. It also just shares my entire Chrome. That's a little worrying. What if I pop this out? That's probably better. Can I now move this somewhere? Oh yeah, that's great. This is fun. I'm already having a blast. Is there no way for me to like read this chat without watching my own stream? How are 13 people watching this right now? This is unwatchable stream garbage. Okay, be quiet, girlfriend over here. Maybe I should just become a Twitch DJ. This is a bit much. Cool. So yeah, my plan for today is mostly just to see if all of this works. Okay, I'll put on some slightly more chill music. Hey Char! Oh, Char just joined the chat. She is the writer of Nuts, and Torve, who's there as well, is co-developing. What's normal human music? We'll put on the inoffensive party mix. That's normal human music. Um, hey, welcome to. Oh, okay, get rid of this. Uh, welcome to the Nuts stream, everybody. My name is Joon. I'm making a video game. I would like for you all to play it someday. You can actually play the demo on Steam right now, and I thought it'd be fun if you watch me play the demo on Steam. Let's do it. I'm just gonna boot Steam. Crazy. This is way more lonely than I expected it to be. I don't know how people do this for hours a day. Maybe I get used to it. Maybe I'll become an influencer. Hey, thanks, person. Munkilandia. I don't know if I know you. Oh, wait. Uh, this really annoying thing where Steam, if you own a game, doesn't actually let you play your own demos. I kid you not. So I can't actually play this from Steam, so I have to play whatever version I have of my own game. This is great. So yeah, Steam forces you uh, to have a different app ID for a demo than for the full game. And if you've unlocked the full game, uh, sorry, I'm using my iPhone as a webcam, and it's just kind of sitting on my my monitor with some bits of cardboard. So yeah, there's that. Um, it's good, great content. People love it. Maybe. Uh, okay, I'll get better at this, I promise. Um, video games, right? Nuts, build, Steam, macOS. And then I can just do. Oh, game just crashed. Okay. Yes, share this display and maybe make it fit. There we go. That looks like a thing. Make it be behind the other things. Oi! Game audio, you are very loud. Sorry, Mooch. Also, not gonna make my laptop work too hard. Hey, it's me. I'm on TV. Ah, I'm on the TV. Woo. Uh, cool. Does it sound like I'm in a forest? Hey, Ryan. The most authentic indie experience. Yeah, I'm trying real hard. I think I'm not gonna keep listening to Fleetwood Mac while I'm in the forest. Sorry, Fleetwood Mac. Okay, how many people are here? 16. That's more friends than I have in real life. That's great. Um, so yeah, this works way better for me if people want to just like ask questions or make jokes or suggest jokes for me to make, then I'll make the jokes. It's gonna be great. So yeah, we're making this game with a bunch of lovely people. It's called Nuts. It is about squirrels. God damn it! Need to find a better solution for this. Better bits of cardboard? Ooh. Are you completely confident in my suitability, Mooch? Are you? Uh, yes. Okay. It's actually a good point. This was going to be an AMA, so I'm gonna put some AMA text on there. Uh, so, oh, yeah, I should probably get that phone, huh? Boop. Thank you. I will. I mean, I might. I don't actually know. Boop. Hang up the phone. Okay. Uh, she's gonna call me back. I've played this game before. Bop, bop, bop. Bop, bop, bop. So I think there's about a 30-second delay. So, oh, that's not what I want. Oh my God. Oh, content. The content is doing great. Okay. Also gonna try one more time to fix this. It's so precarious. I'm literally just adding little bits of cardboard so it tilts forward. Okay, so yeah. Nina's still talking to me. She wants me to pin this up. Map. Uh, yes, that looks like a GPS device with an antenna, doesn't it? I think the 00 are from way back when it's just the text, the GPS device just had a percentage on it. So it has like a text item that we should totally remove and disable because the moment you pick it up, it no longer has text on it. Work in progress. Yeah. Thanks, Mooch. Am I translucent? Am I? I'm using this app called Epoch Cam, and it auto green screens, which is great because my room isn't particularly exciting. Oh, and also not working. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. That's my room, but it's better if it's green. So yeah, okay. Nina finally stopped talking to me. So this is an AMA. Ask me anything. Char already did, and I will get to that. But I first want to make this nice. This should be on the screen somewhere. Maybe here. Uh, so can I do select font underline? Wait, but I had cool like gradients and stuff last time. How did I do that? Hmm. Um, I will figure that out in my own time. So yeah, oh, okay, I can do that, and then oh yeah, because the levels you guys hear are not the same levels I hear. Makes sense. So ambient should be coming in now. Yeah, somebody said the audio was getting low, so here we go. But yeah, Char, you asked me what my favorite game soundtrack is. That's tough question that I'm not sure how to answer. I'll have to think about it for a bit. It might be Super Hexagon, actually. It might be. I'm gonna think about it and get back to it later. Um, so yeah, we're in this caravan. Some lady gave us some things to do. Let's pick up equipment outside of the caravan. Hey, new boots. Here's everything I can spare at the moment. Good luck with your research. Simon. Still a little loud for me. So I'll lower this. And then turn it up for you guys. There's this camera here. Which, if you've ever played the 2018 Nuts demo, I had a camera in there that was actually a free model I stole off of Turbo Squid. This one looks a lot better. Journal updated. Place a camera pointing towards a tree marked with an X. A little GPS. My little GPS buddy tells me this is the tree marked with an X. Cool. Press record on the recorder over the TV. Here we go. I also have this flag. Put it here. On this cool rock. Let me put it on the cool rock. Games. Perfect. Yeah. Let's take a seat. I haven't actually played this in what feels like a long time. It's probably a week or two. There it goes. Oh. Ooh. It's everybody's favorite part. Maybe just my favorite part. Hey, fax a picture of the squirrel. Now, how did the journal know that I saw the squirrel? Ooh. Fax. How far can the phone cord go? That's a great question. I think it goes pretty far. Try to not glitch out of the caravan. This is the best hiding spot, by the way. Nina will never find me here. I didn't even see Paul made these. Paul, this is so many. I'm talking to the artist now who might never hear this. But Paul, these are too many polygons. We need those polygons for other things. These are too many polygons, Paul.
Maybe check outside.
Oh no. that could have been bad if I got stuck behind that TV. That's actually a bug that we fixed. I mean, you're supposed to get the second TV, but it's a bug we fixed in the patch that's coming out tomorrow when the actual Steam Festival starts. We should also do something about that flag. Probably. It's kind of creepy. Yeah. The flag. I'm a brain fart because the flag is frozen in time, which it shouldn't be. Oh, actually, probably if I do this. Oh look, the flag is moving. Nobody suspects a thing. That's just how video games work. See, flag's moving. Oh, time stops. Anyway, we have a new job. We found a squirrel. What's the new job say? Didn't put the old job in the trash. No, it's a real flag. It's just this special. So the deck and the TV and the printer and everything work on this really special technology. It's all explained in this manual. Oh, which has placeholder text. Which, man, I'm gonna find all the bugs and then fix them in the patch that's coming tomorrow. But yeah, the flag uses the same time syncing technology as the TV, the camera, and it's not true. The flag is just buggy because we are freezing time at night. Oops. Cool. New job. What's the new job say? Figure out where the squirrel goes. Place cameras. Print a photo of the squirrel climbing a tree. Fax it to Nina. Didn't even think to trash things while playing the demo. Just I had like a bulletin board like completely full of stuff. Yeah, that is kind of okay way to play if you just want to keep stuff like we're actually not letting you. Uh, oh, I didn't know it did that. That's kind of annoying. We're not letting you trash important stuff, but as soon as it's done, you know, this number two, number one was just take a picture of the squirrel. As soon as it's done, we are letting you trash it. So yeah, you can do cleanups if you want. You shouldn't be allowed to trash the map. Oh, don't trash the map. So many bugs. I think I'm recording this stream, as in I'm saving it for later, and I'm definitely gonna filter, like look through it for some bugs. Um, I'm. What are we doing? Oh yeah, squirrels. Hey, what was this? Looks like I forgot some stuff in the first drop-off, but I've brought it now. Great. Really feels like Simon's job isn't that complicated, but I guess everybody makes mistakes. So, squirrel was running from there, going to a tree. There are a bunch of trees here. Let's try to find a good angle. I, of course, know where the squirrel goes, but I just forget sometimes. And also, we are, or I'm excited at some point to try a version of the game where the squirrel is randomized, which, you know, this is kind of how we tested in the beginning, how, like, what the player experience would be. Like, if you don't know where the squirrel goes at all, if you don't even really know what the possibilities are, it's just way more fun. So for us to try like new levels and to try mechanics and stuff, I really like doing that in a level where I don't know where the squirrel goes, so I don't have to pretend that I'm excited to find out, or you know, I don't have to pretend, how would I act if I didn't have this information? Get to just actually find out, and that's really nice. We played like that for months, but of course the AI pathfinding is a difficult thing to get right, and we want to make sure we get the story and the normal gameplay right first. Um, yeah. Let's go to sleep. That's enough. That's enough stuff. Wait, are my Slack notifications still coming through? I should probably do this. Sorry. Just gonna kill Slack. And we're back. Didn't want to show you all the secret cool Slacks that I'm in. Hey, we're here. Just sit down. Be humble. Sit down. There it goes. So it just goes up on that tree. Hey. Hey. I see you, little guy. Fax it. Ugh, there's like a creepy hill there.
Interesting. Looks like this one doesn't go very far into the forest. Hey, it's the middle of the night. Go to sleep. I'll call you in the morning.
So how do we change how did we choose the color scheme? Damn, the phone just keeps on ringing.
Let's try something a little more challenging. We know that some squirrels build their nests, drays, a bit further away from their nuts.
First thing we learned making a game about squirrels, a squirrel nest is called a dray.
And you know, not all squirrels keep their stashes in
They
trees.
don't? Okay. Cool. More work. Love my job. Get out of here. Okay, now the real game starts. So like everything up to the first two trees is kind of just tutorializing to make sure player understands what's going on and everything works. Um, yeah, Angry Pancakes asked, how do we come up with the color schemes? Honestly, the artist we're working with, or the artist who's working on this game, Paul Clarisou, I recommend you check out his personal stuff. He's done a lot of like really amazing stuff with colors, like the Vignettes game, his previous big project. Just has really beautiful colors, and he's really good at that. And actually had some I think there were paintings or something in the game that were actually rendered in the similar effect of like distance first. There's another game called Islands Non-Places that uses a similar effect. Um, and we kind of just experimented a lot. The biggest change that we made recently is we went from a gradient that's in a texture to, or so we went from a gradient that is just like math, where we just say go from like this color to that color, give us all the colors in between. We're actually going to a gradient that's much more granularly controlled and way more interesting. So instead of just saying just like, okay, there's this foreground like bluish green, and then there's this background yellow, and we're just gonna draw a straight line between those two colors in color space. We made a system where Paul is actually able to define the intermediate colors so that like it goes, for example, over this really nice blue rather than, I don't know, sometimes color spaces are weird and you hit weird in between colors. And then we just limited ourselves. Like the game literally only uses that gradient and then two accent colors. So we cheat for two different things. I think in this case they're both orange. There's this like deep orange and this like a bit lighter orange. And those are literally the only colors we're kind of like referencing. So the gradient is cheating a bit, but everything else is like just really constrained, which is as a lot. Yeah, we had a lot of crazy like UI scripts and even like other types of scripts that we had to make sure that that actually works consistently. And then also this like a little bit strange feeling of like these night pictures that look totally different. Um, yeah. Anyway, how do we choose them? I don't know. I let Paul choose them, and then I tell them which ones I like and which ones I don't like, and usually I like them. He's amazing. Actually, the reason I wanted to work with Paul more than anything is because he did this project where he redrew all of the sprites of Skyrim, of all of the foliage of Skyrim, just so that he could walk around in a forest without having to fully make one. That was when I kind of fell in love uh, with his stuff. Yeah. And yeah, the fact that it changes night or day is something that actually I came up with in the demo. Just makes the night a little bit nicer, and kind of like I like the narrative that like you are actually spending multiple days there, and you know even though obviously it's just minutes in real world game time, I like the idea, the narrative that you're kind of just like there for really long amounts of time, being completely isolated, only talking to this lady on the phone. So here's the next tree. Guess it lives up there. Yeah, Paul is amazing. This whole stream should just be a Paul appreciation stream. Should get him on here at some point as well. Uh, cool. I'm gonna put the flag in the frame just for fun, or like next to the tree. Let's get some more points of reference. Hello. You can run, but you cannot teleport. I am a cruel game designer, and I will make you run everywhere. I lost one of my cameras. Oh, there it is. It's one of the main. Oh yeah, and there's another color thing. We can actually pick space-based colors as well, where in some areas we can transition to a different gradient color. Uh, yeah, there's a lot of stuff for us to play with to just really create interesting spaces in this like really constrained. And like yeah, a lot of people say it's like it's hard on the eyes, you know. My eyes hurt after watching this, and I can see that, but at the same time, I find it looking so much more interesting and intriguing because of it than just kind of like looking like everything else. Um, we're doing our very best. It's the same with the walking. People are like, "Oh, you're making me walk back and forth so much. Oh, it's so tedious." And I'm like, I don't want to get too defensive about that stuff. Like, honestly, if you don't like that stuff, you should probably not play our game. But obviously, I want you to play our game. So the things we're doing is we're actually spending a lot of time trying to make the walking fun and interesting, and trying to make the insane color stuff look as good as it can, and not just like, oh, I did a crazy 3 color palette. Like, no, we're doing all this like extra stuff, like these extra color points, and making, trying to understand gradients to a higher degree. Anyway, I'm rambling. Let's go find some squirrels. It's like, what is that? It's the toilet paper that I picked up while talking. I'm gonna drop it down a hill and then probably forget about it again. Um, okay, here we go. Somebody said space-specific color gradient is a really cool idea. The negative color effect should be a bit jarring, but the way you've implemented it feels soothing instead. Strange but true. And yeah, see, like so many people have this like really positive, intense reaction to it that makes it okay for me. Like if it's not a thing that everybody likes, but a lot of people do like it, I'm okay with it. Man, multitasking. There it goes. Runs past a flag. Around that rock. Okay. Wait, is it still there? Oh, it crosses the river. Interesting. Okay, let's go find it in the river, I guess. Something I'd really like to do one of the other streams is get my co-developer and friend Torve to make a squirrel route for me. So he's actually just the squirrel planner. He made this path and decided where the squirrel goes. I'll talk about the sounds later, I promise, because they are also incredible. Just walking through the river. But yeah, Torvi has been making these like squirrel routes and making them as interesting as possible, and also fit the story and everything. And it would be really fun if we get him to make one that I actually haven't played, because yeah, I have to do this thing where I kind of know exactly what's going to happen, and I kind of have to pretend that I don't. I think it would be more fun for me, and hopefully for you, if I didn't actually know that the squirrel is going to, this is a huge spoiler, jump over these rocks. Let's get him as he comes through these bushes. Run, 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 run. Whee! Did a sick kickflip. I'm actually on a skateboard. It's actually a skating game. Yeah, look, I do a sick kickflip. It's just that it's in first person, you can't see the skateboard. Bam! 360 or 180. You know. Yeah. Wilson says, I really love the chillness of this game. I also love the chillness of this game. It is kind of its main appeal. There he goes. Yeah. Um, just like Paul redrew all of the sprites of Skyrim so he could chill in his own art in a forest. I was like, let's just make a whole game that, I don't know, actually I would like playing, and I do like playing it, and a lot of like probably bad commercial decisions were made because I want to enjoy both building it and playing it. So
fun in this
No, but it's a good picture, right?
following a while
Nina,
longer, okay?
Nina, it's a good. She's so rude. Just hangs up on me. Wasn't done talking. Yeah, exactly. The little like I don't know, dopamine or toilet paper. The little like whatever like dopamine or it's like oh this needs to float. Um, this will add six months to our launch window, launch date to make this toilet paper float. It'll be worth it. Um, was I talking about? Yes, the little like dopamine hits you get whenever you see the squirrel on the screen and you don't actually, you weren't expecting it exactly there or in exactly that way. It never gets old for me. Like I'm working on this game now for over a year and I'm still just excited every time the squirrel like pops up on the screen. They're like, and we are actually going to make it look better and hopefully it's a big promise, but hopefully have some more variation in the way they look. We have just agreed on a deal or uh, not really added somebody to the team, but found somebody to work with to make both new squirrel models and animations. Who worked on the Goose game? You know that Goose game that doesn't have a title. So that'll be fun having the Goose game person who I don't know what she did actually on the game, but uh, I'm just going to claim that she made the goose, even if that's not true. And there's no truth in advertising. Man, streaming's really fun. I get to just talk about whatever, huh? And you all have to just listen to me. More questions, please. There you go. Okay. We're almost at the end. Maybe I shouldn't have said that, but we are. Um, but I'll definitely show you all the other cool things in this level. Like, what's that? What's that? Was that over here? Cool. Looks like a boat in the cliffside near the river. Maybe send a picture of it to Nina. Well, maybe I will. Boop. Try to get it without defense. Why did I put it all the way up there? Cool. Yeah, we've barely been to this part, but look at all these cool rocks. They're actually inspired by, if not stolen from, a place in France called Fontainebleau, which both me and Paul have been to physically. I used to go bouldering there, rock climbing, and it's just the most like magical forest to be in. So of course we want to have some part of that in our game. Let me first just take a picture of that boat by day and see what Nina says. What's my favorite animal-based film? Ooh. What do you think about it?
That's weird. Why is there no boat in Mammoth Forest? There are some rivers here, but they were never that deep. And you can't get any closer? Too bad. But tell you what, I'll see if I can find anything about it in our records.
I'm really bad at favorites because I don't usually obsess over a single thing for very long. But what comes to mind, like Wes Anderson's Isle of Dogs is a really cool movie. I really like just the animation style and the general aesthetic. It was a bit like Playdead's Inside, but with dogs. And generally, like I feel like things on a scrapyard have a cool, like there's something really inspiring when actually thinking about making a game that takes place in a junkyard, and part of the gameplay is just about filtering through literal actual junk. Um, so look forward to that in the next 4 years. But yeah, and Isle of Dogs has a lot of that, just kind of like, and often you can tell from the drawing that it's just is just like static or just like, almost abstract, but still it like evokes this like trash pile feeling, which I think there's something amazing about that. Stop looking out the window and actually play the game. There's also Babe, of course. I never actually watched Babe. I did watch a lot of Disney movies. I mean, as a kid, but adult animal-based films or like films I still like as an adult. I don't know. What's the last game I played for fun? Um, okay, wait, let's play one night. But the last game I played for fun is usually Nuclear Throne because for a long time I played daily runs of Nuclear Throne on Switch and was often in the top 10 because I am really good at that game because I played it for probably over 1,000 hours now. So Nuclear Throne is like my almost like guilty pleasure of just it's kind of like best way to describe it is if you've exposed yourself to something really intense for so long that it actually kind of smoothens out as an experience. I have the same in listening to black metal. You can listen to black metal, and if it's like really so fast that it kind of instead of being this like spiky like yeah experience, it just becomes this like smooth experience. I have the same in Nuclear Throne. I can literally like zone out to it, even though it's like one of the most intense bullet hell games. I kind of love it. Um, and other than that, I've been playing Mindustry, which is a guilty pleasure in a different way, where I like literally zone out and will just not remember what anything that happened in the last like 6 hours or something. I played through the whole single player campaign of the free Mindustry beta on itch.io, I think. Um, it's good. It's like a really minimal factory slash tower defense game. Yeah, it's pretty good. Um, so yeah, now I get all the questions at the same time, of course. The weirdest way someone has broken the game in the testing. Um, and we recently had a few fun ones where at some point the squirrel was super large. That was fun to see, like seeing a monster squirrel in a way that, obviously isn't intended. We also had like a monolith, like an arrival style massive thing in the sky, which turned out to be the boat model that somehow got magnified by 100 times. Um, but what, yeah, what other ways did people break the game? So we had this bug where the localization file would not load properly, and like all text, like stuff like this unfreeze and everything that's in our localization database, which only has English for now. All of this text would be missing because it's trying to load a different language, which we found out today is that's what's happening. So if you're in Brazil and your entire operating system is set to Portuguese, it would try to load the game, try to load Portuguese, fail, and then pick a non-existing language where all the text is empty. So some people have actually played through the whole, like not even just the Steam demo, but like this playtest. Like we did a playtest of like the first kind of hour and a half of the game. And some people played through the entirety of the game with no text, with no subtitles. You would open up the diary and it would just be empty. And they were just like, yeah, it was fun, but it was a little confusing. I wasn't always sure what was going on. And then we found out, like, they couldn't read anything. They had no, tutorialization, no explanation of what was going on. If they missed something in the voiceover, they would just not know what the fuck was going on. And they still managed to get through it, so that was cool. But yeah, as a bug, it's pretty shattering to like, not have any of the whatever 10,000 words that are in the game actually show up. Um, the story about dealing with the VCR. I'm not sure what you're talking about, Mooch. Oh yeah, I think the funniest. This might be what she's talking about. The funniest thing I've seen is a person who is about 10 years younger than me, I think, or a bit more, was um, was playing the game, and it was doing this, right? So you're looking at the footage for the very first time, and started like tapping the pause sign on the TV screen. I think as a sort of like, this is an iPad kind of touch screen, you know, connection, which is like extremely not obvious to me. But at the same time, there's definitely like an entire generation of people who have never used, possibly never even seen a device like this, which is the, obviously based on the VCR cassette tape recorder. Um, so that was pretty funny to actually be confronted in that way. Like there's no judgment in that, right? Like I don't think it's bad that people don't know what a VCR is. It was just, yeah, I had to check my, I don't know, age, wisdom, privilege, something, to realize that, like, man, maybe this isn't super obvious. But we'll see. Yeah, we're collecting a little bit of data from players throughout the Steam Festival, and hopefully we'll find out if people get stuck on it or not, and if we need to tutorialize it more. Um, yeah. Yeah, exactly. Youth don't know what VCRs are is the sentiment. Um, but also they will figure it out. They know what a button is. I think, pressing a button to make something happen is still a pretty universal concept. And then they are smart enough to figure that stuff out, of course. Like on the other end of the spectrum, I've shown a version of the game at an art gallery a while ago, and there's people who just never held a game controller before, and I was playing with a controller because I thought, like, oh, that's more accessible than a mouse and a keyboard. And one of the guys, who was trying it, is like, probably about as old as I am, just could not move or play. Like I told him, there's two sticks, one is look and the other one is move, and he would just like, oh yeah, yeah, I get it, and immediately look at the floor and be stuck. I was like, no, don't touch the look one, just use the move one. Moves around a little bit, touches the look one, looks at the floor and stuck, and then just looks at me. And this happened like 7 times until I told him, like, how about I just play and you look at the game. Yeah, I was there for like an hour, but the game ran for 2 days in that exhibition, and I don't think anybody knew how to play a first-person game on a controller, so that was kind of painful. Um, okay, this is kind of going to be a spoiler, of the demo, so I'm going to probably just play through this real quick, and if you don't want to see it, just leave and come back in a little while, because I'll be here for a bit longer, at least 15-20 minutes. So yeah, don't watch this if you're going to play the game yourself. I promise I won't make any of my good jokes. There's so much waiting in this game. Oh. Ooh. Goes into those bushes. Wonder what's in there. Ooh. Boat. What is that? Let's find out. Okay. It's the home run. We haven't even talked about the caravan. How cool is the caravan? So cool. Anyway. There he goes. Hee
What the? Is that what I think it is? Why would a squirrel stash gasoline and matches?
Why?
I mean, did the squirrel plant that there? Or Oh, seems like things have only gotten stranger and stranger in Mammoth Forest over the last few years. Phew, we'll have our work cut out for us, getting to the bottom of this.
Yeah. That's the Nuts demo. That's the ending spoiled. Sorry if you haven't played it. I judge you as a bad gamer. It's I don't make the rule. I mean, I do make the rules. It's my stream. I make the rules. You're a bad gamer. Cool. Um, yeah. Now what do we do with our lives? I don't know. I guess I'll just probe around in the project and show you some cool stuff. Oh, that's my Twitter feed. Put the music back on too. Mm. More Fleetwood Mac. Yeah. There's one cool thing I can show you as well. So I think this is actually our playthrough. So I'm storing where the cameras were placed, how long it took to get to the ending, and a little bit of other metadata. There's a if you're already like, rah, my privacy. There's a privacy policy here that we're gonna add to the build as well. It wasn't in the build yet, but yeah, we're gathering some data. So I'm looking forward to getting some stats to share with people and to look at and to obsess over to see how people actually make their way through our game, which is refusing to actually load in Unity. Maybe I just didn't load it properly. Hmm. Yes. Let's play the Nuts Refs playlist. So yeah, we didn't actually get to talk about the audio, but on Thursday we are doing a Foley Studio stream, which I tried to record a little bit of footage of earlier and forgot to record the audio. I can show you a little bit. This is Mooch, our sound artist, and then she gave us a little tour in the studio, which this video is not showing. I don't know what the hell happened. Anyway, on Thursday, around the same time, we are going to visit a real Foley studio / broom closet where sound designer, musician, composer, and amazing person makes the sounds for Nuts. It'll be really fun. Should all join. This is Unity. Welcome to my Unity tutorial. Okay, no, I'm not going to do that. Try to cut off the bottom. Is that a good idea? No, I'll do it differently. There we go. Okay, happy to show you some behind the scenes stuff. It's a good place to start. The music died. So where the demo starts isn't actually really intended to be the start of the game. Oh, come on, get out of here. Stupid taskbar. The game's supposed to start you off while you're being dropped off at the Mammoth Forest bus stop. slash gas station slash the entrance of the forest, where you find your caravan for the first time, and also get stuck on this little edge. Yes. No, to make sure I can see the chat. Hold up. Yeah. So yeah, there's this gas station. Pumps don't work. This is the entrance of Melmoth Forest, which is quad. But you can't drive it. You don't have the key, and they wouldn't let you. You're just a new hire. Driving the quad is way too much responsibility. There's a note here, which which is really tiny. And you find a key. A bunch of floating grass here. But yeah, this is kind of how we make levels. We block them out, put stuff in there, start spacing out the models. And this is a caravan, how it looks like when you're moving. Yeah, it's all kind of a little bit too broken right now, but hopefully this works. Yeah, and then you get taken to the forest. So that's actually the normal intro of the game. Hey, see you, Wilson. Thanks for showing up. Yeah. There's another cool place I can show you. And yeah, some different color schemes. There's this whole place. So when you've finished an area, this guy Simon shows up with a quad, and he pulls your caravan out of the level into a new place, and then you're there, and you get new objectives from Nina. In this case, more squirrels to find. Look at this cool Lion King rock. But this level has, yeah, really interesting colors and some other really cool stuff in there. So again, a bit spoilery, but at the same time, we're probably going to change some of it, so I might as well just spoil it. And show you some cool places to be in the game that have some sort of history that we're still writing, figuring out. But another thing I haven't shown you is you have a little Polaroid camera, so you can just kind of take pictures from anywhere of anything. We're not super sure how much freedom we're going to give you with it, but definitely while we're still it's in the demo. If you press 3 on the keypad, you can take pictures of anything at any time. You don't always have to bring the recorder cameras. Yeah. Whoa, there's a really cool gradient on this operations manual. It's the edge of the world. Not allowed to go further. And there's this cool tent where clearly somebody lived at some point. So yeah, that's another area. Um, I think I'm gonna call it there. This was 1 hour, good first stream. Thanks for joining, and hope you like the game. Definitely wishlist it and find out as much as you can about it. Won't be done for another couple months, early next year. Yeah. Um, hope to see you again some other time. Peace out.